Okay, so you might be saying to yourself, Chad, what are you doing with dinghies again? Well, this time, I'm trying to do it right. Let's recap on dinghies. So last year I actually bought a dinghy before we bought a sailboat. And so we started with a crappy old Hypalon dinghy, and leaked a little bit and leaked a bit of water, and I tried to fix that with some Gorilla Tape. Gorilla Tape works temporarily. Forget about it. Don't waste your money on Gorilla Taping your old Hypalon boats unless you just have like a tiny little spot or you need to get home. Second of all, we had that other dinghy, the PVC dinghy that I've been patching, and I wasted a whole lot of plasti dip on the bottom. That was silly. That dinghy had a simple purpose. It was tie up on the rocks and forget about it. Someone stole it, we weren't going to cry over it, so that's pretty much been both our dinghies. They're terrible. So what happened is, I thought to myself, I want a nice dinghy, and I thought, well, wouldn't it be cool to build a Hypalon dinghy from scratch, or to like rebuild the one we've got? So I went and talked to Vitaly from Boat Repair Halifax. The website is boatrepairhalifax.ca. Vitaly is amazing, super nice guy, fan of the show. So I went and talked to him, and I said, how much will it be to like build a Hypalon boat? I was like, I wonder if you could give me some tips and blah blah blah. And he said, it'd be a lot of money to order all the Hypalon and everything. It gets really expensive. He was like, I got an idea for you. And this was his idea. He's a super nice guy. This is a mold for a rib. The bottom half of an 8-foot rib. And so this is a fiberglass mold. Him and his wife made it off of an existing Hypalon rib. He didn't really want to get into making rib hulls. So he decided to give us this boat hull mold, and we are going to make a rib hull. And then he hooked us up with a used dinghy that we're going to separate the transom. I've already started. It had storm damage. It was out in a storm and sunk. And but the tubes are good. They just need a couple patches. So we're going to separate all this and get these tubes ready for this hull that we haven't made yet. So that's the project. Build a rib. So I think I'm going to learn lots of stuff about gluing Hypalon boats, how they all are put together, and even I'm going to learn a lot about fiberglass work too. So I'm going to take you along for the ride in our Build a Rib series. I don't know if it'll just be mixed in with everything else or what, but... Well, we're on the boat, probably for the last time this year, going for a sail. It's been a few weeks since we've been out, so there's a boat smell. There's a boat smell.
Stinks. You're just blowing the smell around.
Ugh, alright, the smell's gotten worse. It's funny, it didn't smell all season, but I just pumped a bunch of water into it from the sea, and it's dripping a little bit out of here. And this is a vent tube, as you can see. Maybe you can or you can't, but there's dripping down there, which is gross. And it stinks. I've been told many times this is a thing you got to deal with in boating.
It's like sewage.
It
bitter.
just smells exactly like they say it smells like.
Usually by this time it's pretty much unsaleable, so we have a lucky window right now to get out for probably our last sail. Haul out is next week. So.
Yeah, it's like a bitter, sweet time of year. It means that we get to take a break from boating and go back to our land home and spend all our time there. Not that we didn't spend time there, but
our land home.
Our land home. We get to go back.
Funny. Hashtag land home.
We get to stop thinking about boating every time it's a good
time. Before someone steals it.
What are we trademarking?
Land home.
Land home. It's kind of cool because we're gonna have it out of the water. We can start doing like a second kind of refit, get it ready for next summer. Because our plan is to spend the 3 to 4 month season every day on the boat. We might rent out our house. We don't really know. But we want to like fully explore what liveaboard life is like before we ditch everything, or maybe we decide we don't want to ditch everything.
What's going on?
No.
The ticklers are flying.
Yeah, they're flying. The ticklers are
Flying.
doing their thing.
Oh, I'll probably pee my pants if I see a whale.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
I don't know. I've never seen a whale. It's frightening. I just envisioned it popping out of nowhere, like, because you look at the water, like, you gotta show it close up.
It is dark. It is unknown.
Yeah.
And there's 125 feet of it right now.
So just, what is that under there? You never know.
So you don't know what could be down there. Anything. Alright, how fast are we going?
We were going 6.3.
Nice. Well, we're bringing it back in.
He's undefeated.
Yeah. Last sail of the season. It was nice.
Nice. It's getting chilly though.
Yeah, it is getting chilly.
Especially, well, it's 4 o'clock or something. That's a bit late in the day too. So
Yeah, the sun's going down.
the sun's going down. And yeah.
So we got really good response from our last video where we covered up all the costs of our refit costs.
Yeah, which is great.
And yeah, it's a bunch of people were commenting that they kind of felt inspired that they maybe could actually get into sailing and cruising without selling the homes and everything like that. And that's kind of what we wanted to show people, I guess, is that there's no reason you can't find a sailboat that's within your budget, and still have a home. Like, our first boat was $6,000 and it was a 25-foot Hunter sailboat, and it did us quite well. We did it for the first season, but we wanted to commit more time to spending time on the boat. So we needed the headroom and space to kind of live aboard. Because next year's plan is to spend the summer living on the boat. I mean, yeah, it's something like we're gonna do to test out the waters to see if, living on a boat full time is something we want to do before we like go crazy and sell the house and all the stuff. We'd like to be pretty sure that we are going to enjoy this lifestyle. And then, there's a chance we do it for the summer and we go, you know what, we don't want to spend every day all the time on a boat. We love doing it in the summer, and maybe we just keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah, it's hard to know, but yeah, we do have to stick around here for a few years yet anyway. Even if we do decide to love it, we want to do the whole shebang and sell everything. So. And
to explain why we have to stick around, I don't think we've ever said it on a vlog before.
No, yeah. Sometimes you see my daughter on the vlog, sometimes you don't, and that it depends on whether we have her that time or not, because we share custody of her with her dad, pretty much 50% of the time. Yeah. So it's definitely not in the cards to
we can't just
take
off,
go down south somewhere, because it'd have to be with or without her, and with her would cause some problems, and I'm not going to do it without her. So,
yeah.
We are limited that way, and that works out fine because we're happy to explore around Nova Scotia.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
and
place.
Maybe a little bit further and further as we go. So
yeah, and as she gets older, we can go further and longer, because she can decide, she can fly down and meet us somewhere, or vice versa, or something. So the choices become much broader when she's
yeah, because we would love to sail in warm weather. It would be exciting.
Yeah, we will. We know we will.
I've got like 3 jackets on and my hood up, and it took.
Yeah.
Well, holiday came really quickly this year and we're already counting down to next summer. But in the meantime, we have lots of boat projects to work on and some adventures lined up in the works over the winter.
All right, so you might be wondering a little bit about our legal issue that we had last week, the Coast Life logo issue, and since replying to the person's email, we haven't heard anything from them since. We think that might be the way it's going to stay, but we're not sure. Through all the outpouring of all your help and support in your comments, we did find a couple lawyers, and we've been recommended a trademark lawyer in Canada who we're consulting with just to see where we stand. So nothing's changed, and we hope it stays that way.
As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.